Today we have a guest speaker for Bodhisattva Breakfast Corner, Venerable Tataloka, who has been a long-time friend since when?
Sure how long.
I don't know, a long time.
I came back from Asia as a novice the first time, I think.
Yeah.
Met you then, yeah.
So she's going to give the BBC talk today.
Thank you.
So you can pin that on your
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang dhammang sanghang namasami. Oh, my homage to our original teacher, the Blessed One, the Awakened One, the fully successful one, the Buddha. And the three jewels, including the Sangha. So now Venerable Children was saying that it's been like we don't know how long since we met each other. And really I think I'm trying to remember back to the first time, and I think even the first time meeting her, there's some kind of sense of like deep spiritual friendship, or like, I don't know, as if we knew one another already in past before, or shared something deeply in common that's like the sense that you have when you've been friends with people for so long that it's like you don't even really need to know the details, because you know there's this depth of something there that you share, and it's like it's solid and it's deep and you know it in your heart and it's completely trustworthy and it passes through everything. Yes? So I think I remember this sense with her and with some of the other elder monastics that I met at that time when I came first back from Asia as a novice, having lost my Venerable Bhikkhuni mentor and my community there, and being expatriated to the United States, and like seemed like being, you know, in the wilderness in a way. It's so different than being in a Buddhist country, or where Buddhism is so strong. And coming together for our Western Buddhist Monastic Conference at Shasta Abbey, then I think in 1996. Might have been that time, and meeting not only her but others who I had that sense of spiritual friendship with, and it was the first time that I had experienced that together here in this country, in this land, here in the United States. Certainly I had felt it with the Asian monastics that I was training with when we got beyond our nationality, and we got, you know, just down into the heart of the training together and our love for the Dhamma. Then I felt that in that sense of community. But I was missing that so much here in the United States, and meeting her and some of the others who had been in monastic life longer, then I felt that sense of commonality, as if, you know, like meeting a pilgrim on the path here or there, and there's this instant something. And so just on arriving here today and thinking about coming back here after perhaps 9 years, then I've been reflecting on this quality of spiritual friendship. And at that time, when I first met Venerable Children, the Abbey was not here. I don't know if it was even a dream yet. And our own Dhammadharini Support Foundation and our Hermitage was not here. You know, also just barely the beginnings of a dream. Yes, and yet we had the heart, I think, and the will to practice, and the heart of compassion to think about sharing the practice with others, and to think about just how to facilitate manifest that, and doing whatever we needed to do that. So this deep heart of dedication, whatever the circumstances may be, whatever gets churned up by our paramis or by our karma or by our merit, and to see then for that gets churned up, how to roll it, how to pay it forward, yes, how to roll with it towards the goal. Get on the turning in that way rather than the other way. Yes, it brings you down. So I've been reflecting for me on this quality of spiritual friendship, and how I think together with faith in the Buddha and the Buddha's awakening, and seeing the real benefit in the Dhamma and its potential benefit, having vision of that, it's this quality then on the ground, in the flesh, in life, of the fellow Sangha members like this, and Kalyanamitta, the spiritual friendship that I think made all the difference in the world for me at that time. Even being in the lone outpost, studying the things my teacher had said to study, largely on my own because I was separated from my community, and with so many circumstances that weren't supportive in the same kinds of ways, and yet even at a distance, that sense of having that spiritual friendship here in this land, or even abroad with those that I knew abroad, it's like that was the fabric, in a way, a fabric of the integrity of my monastic life that was able to hold it together. And I reflect on this now with deep appreciation, because really tuning into that and taking that as a refuge together with the Buddha and the Buddha's Dhamma, and keeping that as a refuge every single day, even in the time of 3-year retreat and being alone together. I say alone together. I don't know if you understand what I mean. This is what spontaneously came out of my mouth, like a Freudian slip, being alone together. Do you know what I mean? So with this quality of real deep trust in the nature of the spiritual friendship, shared dedication, and seeing the beauty then over time. This was nurtured by seeing time by time, as I've seen her over the years, then the practice has its effect, It has its effect, and even now for who I've seen several times, then I see this maturing, I see this growing, even sometimes oneself can't see it because we're so close. We're just in the thick of it. We're just working with it. And we may not see it ourselves, but when we're apart from our spiritual friends and then we see them again, then we can see that part that was jagged, that's now smooth, it's not sticking out there anymore in the same kind of way, and or how the quality of the light in the eyes changes. And what a beauty that is as the human body changes, that there is the growth and the wisdom, that the eyes become deep and sparkling, that there is that smoothing and further strengthening that happens with the aging, together with the aging of the human body, which is our potential, yes, and how that encourages further, seeing that in others and having them somehow also respond differently, that gives courage in one's own practice. And again, it's like a net, like a network, these psychic moral fibers of interconnectivity that make for that integrity that holds and supports and facilitates and is the ground of the path and the practice. Yes? So just reflecting on this deeply today with very much appreciation, especially seeing Venerable Children and seeing all of you, and even those that I haven't seen before. I know that now I see you as you're practicing during this time, and if I have the chance to see you in future years, I know, I trust, that benefit, how I'll see that benefit there. And it becomes just, yes, this is the enactment of the path. And it's timeless, in a way, yes? This has been going on for thousands of years. We don't know how long. It's like stepping into this vehicle and it transforms us, and out we come. What is it? Awakened ones, Arahants, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. And, and here we are in our part of it together. yes, as it carries and transforms us. As we give our heart, we give our energy, we give our lives to it, and then this is what this vehicle makes with that, this beauty and excellence, great loving kindness and liberation. Yeah? So I wish that all of these blessings and merit be for our own complete liberation for all of us together, and that as much benefit as can be shared for every single one of all living beings, that be for each and every one and all of them, that we may all realize awakening together.